Welcome to Lifestyle Matters. I'm Marilyn Moore. We are at Yosemite Falls Cafe with the owner, Manny, and this is the spot to get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There is something on the menu for absolutely everyone. Cinco de Mayo's coming up, so we've got some featured dishes here, but that doesn't mean that the menu is just full with a ton of other items. And Manny, I want to say 14 years, 5 locations. That's a big ordeal right there.
It's been a busy 14 years. This December will actually make our 14-year anniversary, and we have 4 Yosemite Falls and 1 High Sierra. So it's great.
What about the menu? I know I mentioned you just have a very diverse menu.
Right. I'd like to tell people that if you can't find something that sounds good on our menu, maybe you're just not hungry, because there's something for everybody.
And Cinco de Mayo is coming up, so we've got some featured dishes in front of us. So, Mexican food, everybody loves Mexican food, let me tell you. So why don't you tell us about the dishes we have in front of us?
Okay. Right here we have our wet chili verde burrito. Comes with homemade beans and Spanish rice. All our Mexican food is traditional, authentic, made and boiled just like Grandma used to do. It's really good Mexican food. And then we have our carne asada nachos here. It's got great carne asada beef and all the goodies in there, and plenty of cheese and guacamole, sour cream. The whole works in there. And then we have our chili relleno. This chili relleno has rice and beans, because if you want that at dinner time, you can. If you want it at breakfast, you can have country potatoes and beans rather than the rice. But this is just a few of the Mexican dishes that we have on our menu. We're not a Mexican restaurant. We're just a casual dining restaurant that has something for everybody. And our Mexican food, I'll put it up against any Mexican restaurant. And I have a lot of friends that have Mexican restaurants.
We're calling you out right now. If you own a Mexican restaurant, you better come here and try this food, because we're going to give you a run for your money, right?
Absolutely right. I'd like to say those Mexican restaurant names, but I won't.
Yeah, we'll keep it on the DL. Exactly. This one right here, that's my kind of dish. That looks delicious. We also have some great margaritas, it looks like.
Yes, what we have here is a mango margarita, and we use El Jefe tequila. Jose Ramirez, the popular boxer, that's his tequila. So we're supporting him. He supports the Valley, so that's his tequila there, and that's one of his specialty drinks that we offer.
This is great, supporting local. And let's talk about, so maybe Mexican food isn't your thing. And we talked about the diverse menu you have. Can you come here for dinner and get a breakfast, a waffle and pancakes?
You sure can. You can come in at dinner time and have a waffle at 10 p.m. if you'd like, or pancakes, French toast, bacon and eggs, or you can come in at breakfast time at 7 a.m. and have a steak dinner or seafood pasta or any other type of dish. We have so much to offer.
That's awesome. What about, I walk in here, I feel like it's the closest I can get to Yosemite without necessarily going to Yosemite. So was that the vibe that you were looking for 14 years ago?
Yeah, we were trying to decide on a motif. When we came up with Yosemite Falls, say, okay, what's our restaurant going to look like? So we have the rustic look now, and there's a big 7-foot waterfall in the front, so we decided Yosemite Falls Cafe, and all the restaurants have this rustic look and kind of makes you feel like you're up in the Sierras.
It does, and you don't have to do that 3-hour drive.
That's exactly right. Absolutely.
When people come in here, what do they just love about Yosemite Falls Cafe?
The hospitality. We really have a lot of longevity with our staff. We've been around for 14 years. We got employees that have been here 14 years, 12 years, 11 years. We have a lot of employees that were students going to Fresno State or going to college, and they just don't leave. They've graduated, they've got their degrees, and they just continue to work with us. We take good care of our employees. They're good to us. We're good to them. A happy employee is going to take good care of customers. So we believe that our hospitality is better than most. We always have our managers on the floor. They're present. They're paying attention to the customer service. So outside of the hospitality, homemade food. Our soups and our sauces and our Mexican dishes, it's all made from scratch. You don't have frozen product thawed out and served on a plate. We actually have a little lady back there or a little gentleman back there making fresh food.
Gosh, that's great. Those are all amazing things. What about, I want to touch real fast on the event room that you have and the bar area as well.
Right. Yeah, all our locations have full bars. And this particular location, we're at the Blackstone location. We have a live band every other Friday. We have karaoke on Thursdays. So you got family dining on this part of the restaurant. And if you want some libations and have a nice cocktail or a margarita, you can go into our lounge. All of our locations have a lounge, and get a cocktail or some happy hour prices.
Well, this is great. Thank you so much, Manny, for having me here. I mean, I think we need to dig into some food. What do you say?
Absolutely. I'm hungry myself.
I love it. Thank you, Manny. Thank you, viewers. We've been at Yosemite Falls Cafe. 5 locations. They're all over Fresno, Clovis, so you cannot miss them. Open 7 days a week, and they've got breakfast, lunch, dinner. You're going to find something on the menu that you are going to love. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Marilyn Moore.